Hello, how are you? My name's Samantha and this is the Khaos Kismet podcast. This is my place on the internet where I talk about all the crafty things that I've been doing in the last week. Anything that I talk about, any people I talk about will be linked down below. Anywhere that you can find me will be linked down below. And my Substack is on there now for the monthly newsletter. Thank you to everybody who's signed up. I really appreciate it. I'm considering adding some more stuff onto there as well. I just need to play around with a few things and just see what works and what ends up becoming a natural flow, because it is not unusual for me to say, yes, I will do all the things, and then I get overwhelmed and don't have time, because I have time blindness. It's fantastic. Right, today we have a couple of finishes. We have some crochet, we have some knitting, we have some cross stitch. I think that's it. And we have plans. That's yes. We have plans. I've been a bit naughty, but I've been naughty in a very frugal kind of way, so I don't think that counts. I think it'll be fine. Probably. I don't have anybody to tell me off for it. It's just myself, so it's fine. I will say that it is fine. Right, let's start off with what I have been doing. My first little finish. Look how cute he is, little capybara. So this is, I think I showed this a couple of weeks ago. This is a kit that one of my darling little cherubs got for me for Mother's Day. Got a little orange on his head. He's very cute. So yeah, I just decided to get that finished off, and he now sits through there on my bookshelf because I'm kind of running out of space in here for them. So he's sitting on my bookshelf in the living room right now. So yeah, I just did it as the pattern comes in the little kit. 2mm hook. I think it's DK weight. Pretty sure it's DK weight yarn. And I just used the kit stuff and followed the instructions. I don't know where I got the kit from because, I say, it was a gift. And he's 13 and barely knows what he's had for breakfast unless it's attached to a computer game. So the chances of him knowing where he got it are pretty minimal. Okay, my other finish though. That's a nice finish. I like that finish. My other finish I'm a lot more excited about. You may have seen this on my Instagram. Look, it's done. So there are mistakes in it, and I'm not ripping any of it out again at all. I'm not sure how I'm going to finish this, but I love it. I'm so happy. So the epic tale of this was one of my older whips, and this is the Cursed Ravens. It's, I can't remember, I will link it down below. I think it's like White Raven, I don't know. And it's called something like Viking Ravens, but the shop is like White Raven something. I don't know. It's a shop on Etsy. It's still available. I will link it. And I had started this ages and ages ago. For some reason, I haven't started it in the middle. I have no idea what my brain was doing that day, but I did not start it in the middle. I have ripped out this bird specifically. I had to rip this out so many times. So this became known as my Cursed Ravens. I got this bird mostly done, and most of the middle section and about half of this bird, and I run out of the thread. So I did what you normally do. I went on to buy more thread, and turns out that this particular shade of DMC, which, let's see, it's all purples and blues, yeah, this is 4245. It's discontinued, so I had to go on a little hunt for it. I managed to get some, obviously, because I finished it. Managed to get some, got it finished. I still have one skein of it left, but I have to like be aware of the fact that I can't use it for anything that's going to take more than one skein. It is done on a 28 count, I don't know what fabric it is. It's an even weave, it's a 28 count even weave, but I don't know what the actual fabric is. It's really nice to work on. It's a sort of dusky, purpley greyish colour. And yeah, it's done and I love it and I'm so happy. I think my friend Jenny suggested doing it as a pillow, and she may be right. I think it might be too big to have as a wall hanging unless I do it as like a proper big. I might turn it into a mini quilt and hang it on my wall because I like the thought of it as a pillow, but my dog is. I'm trying to think of a word where YouTube won't get mad at me. She has personality, and I don't want this getting ruined. So I don't know. I haven't decided what to do with it yet. I just keep looking at it and going, "It's finished! It's amazing! I love it." So yeah, that's my second finish. I do have another. I can't remember if I showed you this last week or not, but I had finished these toadstools, and I know I've not ironed it or anything yet, so it's still like really stiff. But this is what it looks like after. This was a printed cross stitch. Let's backtrack a little in case you haven't seen this. Printed cross stitch where the pattern is printed on here, and then you put it in hot water and all the ink comes off and you're left with it like this. I think I did show you it last week because I said that I wanted to turn it into a bag, and what had happened was I was waiting and I was going to make a little video because I've been asked about it, make a little video of how you get all the lines off because it's like gridded. You can kind of still see it a little bit around the edges. See the purpley lines along the edges? But I wasn't too bothered about them. I just wanted it off the main bit, so I just went on with it and got it dried. I was making a video about it, and then I kind of deleted the video because I'm a moron. So we don't have a video. However, next time I do a printed cross stitch, I will make a video of how we do these. I think I have the B one. That's going to be the next printed one that I get finished because it's more than halfway done, I'm sure. So I'm going to try working on that for a bit. That's going to be my new printed one. So yeah, that's all. Yeah, you can see it like around the edges there. Now, considering how heavily, because then here you have the key and everything as well, and considering how heavily it was inked, you can't really see it. See, when I'm looking at it on there, I can see it quite clearly. When you're actually looking at it in person, it's like very, very faint just around the edges where the darker bits were. But yeah, we'll see. So yeah, that's going to be getting turned into something this week. And I think that's it as far as finishes go. Right, whips. I'll show you how we've been getting on with this one. I'm not taking out the hoop. I don't know how much different that is, like looking wise. This is my head cell. This will be, let's see. Where are you? What have I done with it? Oh dear. I may have put it in a safe place. Where's the picture for it? I don't know. I don't know what I've done with the picture. Oh. It's literally in front of my face. Right. Here. This is my head cell. And this is my year-long style that I'm doing, working on the sky. I'm just doing this colour, this 932, because that takes up a large proportion of the sky. So what I think I'm going to do with this is I am going to get my 6 pages done. So the bottom of here, the bottom of here is where this is 2 pages deep. And we're about halfway across the second page at the moment. So it's going to come to maybe about here. Ooh. No, we're more than halfway across the second page. And it's going to come about here somewhere anyway. And I think what I'm going to do is just do the 6 pages on this and then switch it out for another full coverage for a little bit, because I have lots of full coverages that I want to get working on, and then I'll come back to this one after the 6 pages are done on this. I think I'm gonna rotate my things and do like a page on one, then rotate it, then a page on one, then rotate it, because I've got a couple that I would really like to do in the full coverage. So yeah, this one, the Heaven and Earth design, I've spoken about this loads of times, and yeah, I don't really want to keep going on about that all the time because everybody's seen it. Everybody's heard about it. This is my coffee. Because I keep making coffee and then sitting it down and forgetting about it because I'm busy doing whatever, I've started putting my coffee in this. It's metal, and I cannot do the metal straw at all. I don't like having metallic things in my mouth. But I can have the metal cup, and that keeps it nice and warm for me. So I can actually have hot coffee all day. It's fantastic. Right, what else have we got? Got one more bit of cross stitch, which I'll show you because it happens to be on top of the pile, and you probably haven't seen this before. So this is actually one of my oldest whips. So we have this. It's a Bossy Threads kit. I bought it as a kit, and this is how much I had done on it. And you can see like on here as well where the holy gaps are, because I am ripping it all out and starting again. So that's what I'm in the process of doing at the minute, is frogging it all. The fabric is gorgeous though. I mean, look, it's amazing. And the reason I'm ripping it all out and starting again is because I must have bought this kit maybe 2017, 2018, something like that. Possibly even a little earlier. It's when I got properly back into cross stitching again. And as you can see, it is mostly just black. There's little bits like the moon is in silver, the dragon's gold is in gold, and I think that's it. The rest is all in black. Yeah, so there's like the gold down the bottom, and then the silver in the moon, and then the rest is all in black. And I had never stitched anything like that before. So these are my threads for it in my little wool warehouse bag. These are the shiny threads. Look at the state of these. I'm gonna have to stitch with this. I'm not looking forward to it. It'll look amazing when it's done, but the actual stitching is not going to be fun. But yeah, I'm sure I had put it away ages ago because I'd made a mistake on it and I didn't know where the mistake was. So I did the grown-up thing and put it back in the bag and put it in the cupboard for years. However, because I want to take part in this stitch along that Lynn's doing at the Lancashire Stitcher, which I spoke about last week, I thought I'll pull this one out. Now, I don't know what I was thinking, but the stitches are an absolute mess. Normally, if you don't cross stitch, then the threads that you get, the threads hang off here, the threads that you get come in strands of 6. It's a 6 ply thread, and what you normally do is you split the plies. So depending on what fabric you're using will depend on how many of the individual threads you use out of the ply. So for me, this is 14 count Ada, which means there's 14 holes in every inch of fabric. And for me, I would normally use 2 strands over 1 square. For some reason, I've used 3. Which just, trying to get 3 threads to lie nicely and neatly Doesn't happen at all. And especially when I had just started to get back into it. I've got crosses on here that are the wrong way around. I've got crosses that are in the wrong place. So I just thought, you know what? The fabric's beautiful. If it had just been like a plain white fabric or whatever, I would have just binned it and started again. But I really, really, really like the fabric. And I'm hoping it's not going to take me too long, because although it looks like quite a lot of it is these like individual spindly kind of things. So I've started this morning to frog it. And that is going to be my stitch for, it's the Dragon Stitch for Mum style. And that is going to be my stitch for it. It's going to take a little bit to get it all frogged, but it'll be worth doing because I really, really, really like the fabric. And yeah, I think it'll be nice when it's done. I have like surprisingly few dragon whips or dragon kits and patterns and things, which, yeah, I was quite shocked to see how few dragon things I actually have. Oh, right. The thing that's been taking most of my time this week, though, apart from the ravens, has been this in my little bag. However, it's almost done. I know it doesn't look like I've done a lot. Where is my little marker? So since last week, I've done from here, and I've done that much. Ooh. Which doesn't look like a huge amount, but it's taken me quite a while. This is my Athenium. This is a test knit that I'm doing for Kelly at Roro and Kate's, and I love it. It's amazing. So I think I spoke before about the Athenium is a word for books, library, things like that. So these are representing the books. So I decided to do the books in pink, little bookshelves in this colour, and then do the body in this colour. Partly because I had 2 skeins of this and I didn't really have like 3 skeins of anything without having to do math and do fades and stuff. So I thought, you know what, let's do this. And I'm so happy with it. I've done the sleeves. I can't remember if I'd done the sleeves last time, but the sleeves are done. And yeah, I've got just a little bit more to do. I've got maybe about another, I think I worked it out, I've got about 18 rows left, and then some rib at the bottom. But it's lovely. The yarn, I didn't bring any of the things through. The yarn I'm using for it, the pink is a Drops Fable, and which is a 75/25 wool nylon. This one is a 80/20, I think it is, from, I can't remember, Little Mouse House or something. I don't know. I spoke about it last week. I'll link it down below as well. I don't know if she's still selling yarn. I think she is. She's on Etsy. The colourway is Bones, and it's gorgeous. It's nice and soft. It's lovely to work with. I'm using my Knit Pro Symphonies, which are these lovely things. I snapped one. Couldn't believe it. When I was up here, I was like in the middle of doing stuff, and I snapped the needle. I was like, but apparently I'm not the first one to have done that. Because I posted it, because I'm on Kelly's Discord, and I posted about it on there, and quite a few the people in there were like, yeah, we've snapped them. Kelly's apparently just like a murderer of needles. She snaps quite a few. I never snap. I think because I knit quite loosely. I never ever snap needles. So I was quite surprised when that one came off. But saying that, they've had a lot of use. I've had those needles for years, and I just if I need a different size, I'll just buy like the different size tips for them. But most stuff uses the same kind of sizes, so I have lots of sort of between a 3 and 4.5. Yeah, most of the ones I've got are sort of between 3 and 4.5, 5, and then I have like odd ones a little bit bigger, and then smaller than that I only ever really use for socks, so I buy the, oh, where are my socks actually? They're in here. Socks. Super exciting. Yeah, anything like, I knit my socks on a 2.5 and I do the magic loop. So I buy fixed circulars for anything below a 3. Got a little bit done. Getting there. This yarn's actually really nice. It's the Lidl stuff. It's a little bit, it's been sitting in my bag, so it's a little bit dog hairy, sorry. But these are for me anyway, so yeah, it's really nice quality. It's soft, it's kind of plumpish, knits up really nicely. I was quite surprised. I was expecting it to be because it was just cheap Lidl stuff. I was expecting it to be not great quality, but I just got it because it was there, and I can't walk past the sales sticker apparently. But yeah, it's turned out to be really quite nice to knit on. Oh, I do have 2 more things that I've worked on as well. So I'm a bit all over the place today. I don't know what is wrong with me. I'm just feeling a little bit frazzled and a little bit, everything just seems very disjointed. I'm sorry. Oh, right. Do you remember a couple of podcasts ago I had said I was doing the virus show? Now, when I looked in the bag, we had, I've still not decided what to do with all of these yet, but we had this other white as well, and I thought I'll use this ball of white and then I'll put this ball of white on. Like you can see it there, they're not the same. I don't know what was going on with that, but this is just like a random ball of white that doesn't actually match with this one. It's not got the same texture, it's not got the same shade of white, which sounds really weird, but yeah. So I am currently, as you can see, I've just started the mixed one, which is this. I think, do I have any labels in here? Yes. This is Knitcraft Baby Prints. Knitcraft is the Hobbycraft's own brand. This is 100 gram ball. It's called Baby Yarn Lime. Can you see that? There we go. And it's 100% acrylic. Probably. Yes, 100% acrylic. And yeah, this has just been, when I go to bed at night, I'm just doing maybe a row or a few stitches or whatever on this. While I'm listening to my book, I'm just trying different things to try and sleep better again, because my sleep's all over the place. And then I'll have this one to go at the end of it once that's done. So it's going to end up being not quite as big as I thought it would. I'm using a 4mm hook. I love these hooks. I got these years ago. Don't know if you'll be able to see it, but no, not really. They're Wallace and Gromit hooks, and they're really good. I got them free on a magazine years and years and years ago, and they've got long handles on them because I've got quite big hands. I like the handle to stick out the end, and I crochet like this. So if it's short hooks, they kind of dig in there on me. So I like them a little bit longer so they stick out. But I've got a 4mm and a 5mm in these, and they're really nice. I can't remember, I think it might have been Crochet Now that I got them in. So yeah, I'm just staying away on that a little bit at a time. And the only other thing that I've worked on has been my scrappy blanket, which is not massively exciting, but I'll show you anyway. There we go. I've finished this colour, I'm onto this colour. I am almost finished that colour, and then I'll be onto this blue one here. But I'm doing this on a 3mm hook, and this is a corner to corner, but it's a half double crochet corner to corner. So you can see it's got the texture, but it's not as gappy, which is what I want, because I want this to go on my bed for in the winter, because I get quite cold in the winter time, but I also get really hot because I just do. So I like to have layers, layers of blankets, so that I can just peel back the layers when I get warm and then put them back on when I get a little bit cold. So I think that's everything that I've worked on. I've actually worked on quite a few different things, haven't I? I didn't think it'd been that many. But I'm so glad to have the ravens finished. That's like, ooh, I'm very happy about that. And next week I should have the Athenaeum finished, because I say I've only got a little bit left to do, and then the rib. And yeah, that'll be lovely when that's done. Hopefully I'll be able to get it finished and then washed and blocked and ready to be worn next week, hopefully. So that's my plans for this week, is that. And then the next big project that I want to work on is going to be Alfie's blanket, because the Athenaeum needs to be done as deadline. It's got a deadline on it, so that needs to get done. And then I want to get Alfie's blanket done. It's been a little bit warm for working on a big blanket. So yeah, that's my plans for the week. My plans for the week also include these. So I was scrolling through Instagram, as you do, and a shop popped up called Poundometer, and I've never shopped from them before, but I've heard other people mentioning them. And normally Instagram ads, I just scroll past them because there's a lot of AI stuff, there's a lot of just rubbish on them. So I do normally scroll past. But this one caught my eye because I've heard other people mentioning them. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to give them a go. And they do these bundles of fabric. And I'm not going to show you all the fabric because, as you can see, there's like those 3 bags there are full of fabric. So for those 3 bags full of fabric, I think I paid £45, including delivery. And there is so much fabric there because I want to start making myself clothes. The 2 bundles that I got, one was a dressmaking bundle and the other one was, I think, just like a random fabric bundle. They're all at least 3 meters long, which is, that's a decent amount for being able to make garments with. They did double up. I probably wouldn't buy 2 bundles again because they did double up on a lot of the fabrics, but then there's some of that I don't mind. So like they've doubled up on things like there's some plain black fabric in there, which is really nice. They've doubled up on that. I don't mind that so much. But overall, I think it probably took about a week to get here. It did take, and I was a little concerned because I'm just used to things having shipping notifications and getting things delivered like in a couple of days. Because if you order yarn from somewhere like Wool Warehouse, you'll get a shipping notification the same day or the next day, depending on what time you've ordered at. So I was getting a little worried. But no, it's come, and the fabric's all really nice quality. Sorry, my phone's doing stuff down there. The fabric's all really nice quality, so I want to use it to practice on, because I used to make myself clothes when I was younger, but I didn't actually know what I was doing, and I just did a whole lot of making it up as I went along.
Also, when I was younger, I didn't have a shape. So, like, in my late teens, early 20s, I did not have a shape. I was just, like, straight up and down. Now I have curves and lumps and bumps and all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, I think it's all jersey fabric, so it's all got a little bit of stretch in it. And I think all of it is stuff that I would actually wear, which is nice. So I'm going to give it a go and try and make something this week, hopefully. So listen, my big plans for the week are to get the Athenaeum finished, carry on doing some more on my head every day. I think I'm on I need to do 390 stitches a day to get the whole thing finished by December. So if I carry on at that pace, then it's not going to be too long before I get those 6 pages finished. But right now, I just want to get the 6 pages finished so that I can just move on to something else because I'm getting a little bit sick of it. But it's fine. I want to finish getting this frogged and get it restarted. I want to... What else did I want to do? I had something else that I planned for this week. Working Alfie's blanket a bit. I want to try and not be starting new things. Apart from the clothes, I want to not be starting new things. I want to be trying to get the things off my whip list because I think I'm at 50 something whips in my to-do-unicorn book. So I want to try working my way through those. That's another reason why I picked this off, because this is there for that long. This is number 2 on my list. And every month I write out my list. The number 1 thing in it is my Alice cross stitch. But number 2 is my Bothy Dragon. And so I would like to start getting some of these whips off the list, get it down. Yeah, get it back down to something a lot more reasonable rather than having all these things knocking around. I've been doing a lot of work on my website this last week or so as well, just back end stuff. So the website's starting to look pretty good now. I'm having to make a decision though, because I originally had said I wanted to put my blog on my website. However, I'm thinking having my blog on my website and a newsletter on Substack might be a little bit iffy. So what I think I might end up doing is doing blog posts on Substack and then having the blog section on my website for free patterns and tutorials and things like that. I think that will probably work a little bit better. Hopefully. I don't know. I'll need to see. I need to investigate more and see what's going to end up working best. If anybody has any thoughts or comments on that, let me know. But other than that, I think that's it. I've not really been up too much this week. We watched Life of Brian. My boyfriend just, yeah, he had never seen Life of Brian. He thought it was really funny. And apart from that, oh my god. So we're proper grown-ups. Friday night, we're sitting there watching DuckTales. There's no kids here, just the 2 of us sitting on Friday night watching DuckTales. Because I don't know why. I don't even know why we were watching DuckTales, but we did, and it was good. It was fun. I've started watching House of the Dragon again. I have to crate the dog when I'm watching it because she attacks the TV. But I'm only a couple of episodes into that. And apart from that, I've not really been doing much. Say the weather's just been terrible. I've been making plans for building a bike shed outside so that I can actually have somewhere to keep my bike. Because right now it is rammed into a place that's not really big enough for it and I can't really access it easily. And I want to be able to get out on my bike this summer. So yeah, that's it. That's plans for the week. That's everything I've been up to. And I will be back next week. Let me know, comment down below. Let me know what you've been up to. What kind of weather have you been having? I know quite a lot of the people that watch are from the UK. Has your weather been like really squiffy as well? It's crazy. Right, I'm gonna go. I'll be back next week. Okay, bye bye. Oh, there's a button. No, the button won't press. Okay, I'm actually going now.